Welcome back, everybody. We're going into the last hour of today's episode of RollPlay Nebula Jazz. What is your plan, and how are you going to execute it, Eugene? It's on your slimy shoulders. How's it going to work? What are we doing?
We're going to just walk in.
Yeah? So you're just going to walk up to the front door?
Yeah.
All together?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what he asked for. That's what he wanted.
Okay. So there's a road that leads up to the mansion, and so you kind of walk back the way you came, get down onto the road, and walk up to the road. And as you approach, you see out front there's a bunch, like I said, a dozen of these like incredibly expensive looking like space hover sports cars in all these different colors, just like sitting out front looking fly. And you walk up, and Glorn's gaudy manor lies before you. There are two guards standing out front wearing sunglasses and suits with their arms folded over their huge barrel chests. They're kind of like gorilla men. And they're standing at the door, and you see them talk to someone as they approach. Someone gets out of one of these cars and walks up, and they nod and let them go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I lead the group and walk up to a guard. I say, "Hey, how's it going? Glorn asked me to bring these yahoos with me, so if you could let him know we've arrived, that would be great."
One of them puts a pair of hairy fingers up to his little earpiece, and he says, "Boss, Slime here to see you." "Yep. Yeah, lizard man. Shark-looking guy. Uh-huh. All right." And he gestures like, "Go on in."
I look back like, "See, it was that easy." And then I walk in, or I don't know, I slurp in, whatever. Yeah.
You exude yourself into the party.
Yeah.
So we enter into a swanky party in full swing. There's this beautiful like multi-tiered home full of rich-looking people of varying species. In the middle of the room, there's a guy with a bunch of tentacles. He's the same species as your friend. He's like cone, and he's got a harness with these little tentacles that are on it that are playing like little metal tentacles playing a piano. And because it's a sci-fi piano, it's all like on a bunch of different tiers. And he's playing
Right.
playing some smooth jazz on there. There's someone
Nebula jazz.
Yes, it is. There's a singer. It's like crooning along, and it's probably we do the Westworld thing where it's like an alien cover of like a Sinatra song or something, and it's like My Way. And so you come in. And and there's all these people around, and you can see that the party is liberally seated with Glorn's goons. And so what do you do? You all walk in. Thuja sniffs the air and looks around with that same like she's obviously thinking about how she can kill everyone in the room look. So there you are. You're in the you're in the party. What are you gonna do, Eugene?
I'm gonna immediately look and see if there's I need a way to get back outside, but without like actually walking outside.
Well, you're just trying to get to the roof, right? There's probably a different way.
Wait, is the ship on the roof?
It's on the roof, yeah.
Oh shit, I misunderstood. Okay.
Yeah, there's a big patio kind of thing, a veranda with a floating blob of water, the little anti-gravity pool.
Right.
And then on the roof, like 4 stories up, there's a big ship pad where, yeah.
Okay. Do I immediately see a way to go up a level?
Yeah, there's stairs. Yeah. The first 2 levels kind of have a mezzanine effect, so you can go up to the second level, but from there you'd have to try to find a way onto the roof. It's not clear.
Okay. Well, I'll look at Rex and like some bits of slime like pop out and then do this like I'm trying to wink. Like, all right, well, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
The little blobs room.
Yeah, I'm going to go find the little blobs room.
Okay.
Rex is thoroughly confused. He doesn't know what you just did. He just kind of like nods slowly. Are we just,
Cool.
what are we doing? Are we kind of just waiting in the entrance of the house?
Yeah, it's awkward. Everybody's kind of looking at you like.
I'm
just
not even wanted. So am I just outside still? Like, oh no, she's not invited.
No, you can come inside.
Okay, I'm coming in then.
I would like to compel Rex.
Okay. What aspect are you compelling, and what would you? Is it a behavioral compel or is it a situational compel?
I don't know.
Do you want to get Sam to do something, or do you want to say because of an aspect, this is a thing that is true about the scene?
Because of an aspect, this is a thing that is true.
Okay. Which aspect is it?
I want to compel Le Freak
I thought
and say that while literally everybody is looking at you guys and you're all like, oh, fuck, what are we even going to do? Rex locks eyes with somebody and it's definitely a person that he's boned before and they immediately recognize him.
What do you think, Rex? Do you want to take that point, or do you want to give up?
I have no points.
Oh, you have
There you
one.
go.
Yeah.
Do I?
Quinn gave you one. So your choices are either give up that 1 point that you have.
When did Quinn give me one?
When I compelled you.
This was earlier, right near the end of the last bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I compelled you and you took it.
I compelled Quinn to follow the bowl, so I should have lost that point.
Yeah, I've been keeping track of it. You're okay.
Oh, okay.
You're fine.
I mean, sure.
Okay. All right. Tell
Sure.
us about this person. Go ahead and let us know. So I'll let you give me the basics. So you walk into this party. There's all these people moving around, and then the crowd parts, and across the room you lock eyes with.
It's her name's Masala,
Okay.
and she is like she's got like kind of an Arabian vibe to her. She's
okay.
got like a satin like cloth across her face with some coins, and she's swathed in silk, but she has 6 arms.
Nice. Okay.
And she seems to be on the arm of a very rich gentleman at this event. But he sees her. Didn't really expect to see her here. They hooked up before when he robbed a sultan, and she was just there. And he kind of like took it as a trophy, and he remembered her name.
You're
And,
like the
this,
triple X of Sharkmen.
This
You're
seems to
like,
be a
oh, there's a
different.
woman over there, so I guess I'll do her. Whatever. Skateboard away.
This seems to be a different, rich, bloated man that she's dining on.
So is that like her thing? Like she's like a con artist?
I think she's a con artist. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Or
So-
as much as Rex can deduce, she's a con artist.
Okay, so the two of you like lock eyes, and she gets this. She immediately suppresses it, but she gets this look like she knows something bad's gonna happen because everywhere you go, that's what happens.
Yeah.
And the two of you, I imagine, didn't part on like the best of terms, right? Like how did you screw her over? What's the thing that she's still like?
Well,
angry at you for?
she had actually. She does this like long game thing where she'll like shack up with a rich guy, and then she'll play the long game, and then she'll like rob them blind. And Rex came in and just killed the dude, and just kind of threw
she couldn't
everything.
She couldn't finish the job.
So she couldn't finish the job, and she was like livid about this, and he was just like snooze you lose, and just like went off with his shit and got on with it. But yeah.
And they banged.
Cool.
Hashtag triple X. Return of Xander
Triple
Cage.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I imagine she's played by that. She'd be played by that actress, Morena Baccarin, the actress that was in Firefly.
Yeah.
She'd be played by her, but she's painted blue, and she's just like 6
Of course.
Yeah.
She's kind of got like a collie thing going on.
She totally does.
Yeah, and I think she puts several of her hands on her friend that she's with, and is like, "Oh, excuse me, I have to speak to someone. I've seen someone I know." And she starts to sort of sinuously move her way through the crowd towards you. And when the two of you like lock eyes, you feel Thuja like stand like a little like she bumps you slightly and like whispers to you. She's like, "Who's that?"
Rex just like audibly just goes, "Oh shit." That's it. He doesn't explain himself.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh shit, what?" Okay, so she starts moving her way through the crowd. Okay, so meanwhile, Eugene, you've tried to slip away.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Okay, all right. So you're trying to escape, and I think that you see your old friend. You see Glorn. Glorn is over by the stairs, and he's wearing he's wearing a little like a red velvet like jacket, like a smoking jacket. And he's standing by the stairs and he's holding a little martini glass and he's talking to somebody, one of his like business associates, big mammalian creature in a suit, and they're talking and he spots you as you're moving through the crowd.
Once I came into the building, you know how before when I was playing the grandma, I just made it so that it looked like there was weird slime pearls on my body. Yeah. So this time I've like made a little bow tie pop out. And I slime over. And
I like how that's a verb.
Yeah, I don't know how else to do it.
Slime on over.
Yeah. And if it seems as though he's, inviting me to say something, because I don't want to be rude. So
yeah, as you approach, he like finishes his drink and he sets the drink on a nearby, like on on one of the stairs, probably just sits down and turns, and he's about to like he's moving towards you to speak, but then he gets interrupted because he looks over and you see another little pink like marsupial creature. About the same size as him, come over, and she's wearing like a sequin gown, like a blue sequin gown, and she comes over and she distracts him, so he turns to talk to her, and the three of you all kind of collide at once, like you all kind of approach the same space at the same time, and she's saying, she's like, we talked about this. You need to introduce me to more of. Oh, hello. And she turns and she sees you and she's like, you must be one of Glorn's associates. And she like reaches out a little like paw for you to kiss.
I like reach out a little slime arm to delicately like take her paw and move my little lips out to, and then they sink back into my body. Go, oh, charmed. Your dress is lovely.
She smiles as much as you can with like weird possum face, and she says, I'm Nina, Glorn's wife, though you wouldn't know it. And she says to him, she's like, Glorn, the kids are ready for bed. You need to go up and say goodnight. I'll entertain your friend. And Glorn looks at you like over her shoulder, like, don't you fucking. And like gives you this like evil eye and then scampers up the stairs. And so she turns to you and she's like, so Eugene, what do you do?
Oh, a little of this, little of that. Like a lot of us, huh?
She nods and she says, so what are you, some kind of blob man from a blob planet? It's fascinating. I love hearing about other cultures. Tell me about where you're from. And she like takes your arm, like she tries to like hook her like arm in yours, and like leads you over to like where to the bar, and like drags you away to like have a conversation with you.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, I go along with her.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So what do you tell her? What's your story, Eugene?
I say, where I'm from is not really all that exciting. It's just a lot of green, a lot of blobs. I was delighted to leave because, the universe is beautiful. There's just so much to see. What about you? Where have you been?
She
deflect.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see how this goes, because she's very attached to the idea of like like learning things about you. It's really more, I think even you can pick this up. It's not that she's interested in you personally. She's just interested in like getting herself into the situation, right? Being like,
Right.
I need to know more of what's going on with my husband because maybe there's something going on there and she's like, doesn't trust him. But let's see if you can, you can drag her away. You're being sneaky. I think you're trying to cover up the truth here. Why don't you roll sneaky? And I'll roll against you. We'll see how that goes. All right, you got a 2, and she also got a 2. You are unless you want to spend a fate point, you're like locked in conversation with Mrs. Glorn.
I'm gonna say, because I'm a disgusting coward, that again, because she's not necessarily interested in me, she's interested in just like being involved, right? She feels like she's an outsider in her husband's life and the people that he knows. So she takes the opportunity for the deflection because she doesn't like, I'm kind of gross. Like she doesn't actually want to know all that much about me.
Maybe she's got a thing for tall, dark, and viscous.
Yo.
Tall, fluorescent, and viscous.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I leave this,
Go down this rabbit hole. How dare you try to leave this? How dare you?
no. If I leave it as 2 and 2.
If you don't spend the point, the two of you you're stuck where you are. You don't escape her
But
attentions.
I get to create an aspect.
She's technically it's overcome. So let me take a look. On a tie, you can so on a tie you can succeed, but at a cost, right? So you could get away, but you might offend her, or she might be paying closer attention to you or something. Like you'll raise the tension level a little, or you can just stay and you can fail and not do that, and you can be like, cool, I guess we'll talk about where I'm from and what that's about.
I kind of want to hear where you're from. Just saying.
Yeah. Rabbit hole.
All right. I'll take the lose.
Okay. All right. So she leads you over to the bar and she scampers up onto there's some furniture in here that looks like little like luxury cat trees, like those little cat. So she scampers up one. So she's kind of eye level with you. Uh-huh. And she turns to they have one of the goons tending bar, and she's wearing like the bartender's outfit, and she's making drinks for people, and she sees the missus approach, and she knows what to get the lady of the house. So she starts making a drink for her, and your new friend Nina. She says to you, she's like, "So, what do you have? Oh, I'm sorry. Do you drink? Is that I've never met anyone like you before."
Ooh.
Well, I mean, technically, I can drink, but you're going to be able to see everything.
Yeah, and she looks at you and she's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm not squeamish," and gestures like, "Anything you want," like to the bartender.
You know what? Bartender's choice. What's your best? What can you make best?
The bartender mumbles something about like cleanse, like they use it. If this were real life, they'd mumble something about Drano, but
right.
They say something that you can't really make out, but is obviously slime offensive, and it's like, yeah, they just finish the drink for the missus, and they make you something that's not very strong and not very good.
I drink it like it's delicious.
Okay. All right. What is that like? How do you pour it into yourself? Do you exude a tentacle and suck it up?
Because we've established before that I can split my body into multiple parts.
Yeah.
Right. So I almost to try and mimic normalcy, I'll just create a gap. I'll just
like a pelican.
Yeah,
I'll just hollow out a hole in yourself and pour into that.
Yeah, so I'll just pick it up pick up the drink, and then where, a mouth is, it'll just kind of like get really big, and I'll just pour the whole thing in there and then close it.
And we can just see this pocket of booze floating around.
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
like floating and spreading around.
Yeah.
So she just watches, dramatically interested. And she shakes her head and she says, "See, this is why I always say to Glorn, I need to meet new people. The universe is so full of exciting things to look at and experience."
Oh, but surely your life here is so lavish, so beautiful. I mean, a fine lady like you must,
you want to try to like get her to drop her guard? What are you trying to do? You want to get her to like admit something?
Yo.
I want her to trust me because I'm starting to see a potential like opening, like another a plan B here.
I'm starting to see where this. Okay. All right. Let's have you make a roll to get her to drop her guard a little bit.
So stupid.
I think sneaky applies. I think sneaky applies here. You're trying to worm your way into her good graces. Okay.
Right. Okay.
A 3. Okay. Yeah, I think that's enough. So what was the last thing you said? What do you say to try to get her to?
I said a beautiful lady like you must have everything you could possibly ask for.
She's like, "Oh, you," and she like kind of leans back and like swats at you. She's like, "I bet you say that to all the mammals."
Only the exquisitely beautiful ones.
Okay, she's blushing under her fur, and she.
Yeah, there it is.
And she kind of like looks away and she says, "Oh, I know that my life must seem glamorous to you, what with the house and the hover pool, but I have to tell you." And she kind of leans in. She's like, "My husband, I think he loves that spaceship more than he loves me."
No, that can't be possible. A catch like you.
She nods. She's like, I know. And after all this time, so many of our children survived, and he still barely pays attention to them. Sometimes I feel like a beautiful work of art growing dusty in some museum no one visits.
I try to match her level of intensity of like romance novel intensity, and I lean my slimeness in, and I say, "Do you ever think about just running away?"
She looks closely at you and like pushes her drink aside so she can get all close, and like the bartender behind her is just like, "Oh God," and like walks off, like just rolls her eyes and leaves. And so she leans in and she says, she's like, "Well, I can't say I haven't dreamed about it. Someone from another world coming to take me away."
Well, I've always imagined my life being incredible, beautiful even. But I've realized that there's no point when there's no one to share it with.
Oh my God.
So good. So she looks around and she's like,
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be
this is the point
bold.
where she would, you said like, I don't mean to be too bold, and she's like, no, I like it. And she says she says, my every day it's the same. I wake up, I look at all the beautiful things I have around me, and I feel so empty inside. Do you ever feel empty inside, Eugene?
Every day.
She says, do you have a ship?
Sadly, not anymore. I was saving all those kids, and the ship broke down just as we were gonna be getting away, and fortunately all the kids made it, but I had to leave the ship behind. I've been stranded here ever since.
She says, that's so sad.
No, it's happy because those kids are happy.
Just like perched, her little wombat body, like perched on the edge of her seat, just like staring wide-eyed at whatever resembles a face on you. And she's just like enwrapped in this conversation. So while that's happening, meanwhile, Quinn and Aurora, what are you doing?
I am in the foyer, passed out on the floor.
Nice. Okay. Great, good. So we just see like your legs and your tail behind a potted plant.
Yeah. I made it in the door, and I definitely don't need that bottle that bad. I'm down. I am down.
Okay. All right. So Aurora, what are you doing?
Okay, sorry, that was great. I have no idea. Why am I here? Who are these people? I'm just observing. I clearly have to. I know that they want passed out Quinn and Rex. So I'm just sitting here with Sparky, just like I've grabbed some champagne and it's awful, but I want to blend in, so I'm sipping on it. And I don't really drink, and I'm feeling a little weird, like like something's going on. But I keep drinking anyway, and I'm just like looking around, and maybe I'm drinking too fast, and I'm just going like this, like while looking around. So clearly, I don't fit in.
Okay, sure. Are you do you like try to get into a conversation, or do you just kind of like watch people?
I'm just like in the corner, like watching, just like staring, and a smile on my face, just like creepily staring. And
let's have you make a roll. Make a careful roll. I'm gonna say difficulty is 2. I want to see if you notice some stuff. Yeah. All right. So as you make your way around the room, drinking, you notice that every once in a while, people in like 1s or 2s will like split off and like disappear. They like leave. They don't leave out the front door. They don't go out onto the veranda. They just like, you see them go like into another room and go away. And it seems like through the party, there's a signal that's been given that's like, oh, it's time for the main event, like things are happening, everybody go down to the basement. So you can see people like splitting off and heading away.
Nope.
So that's something that
I'm going in. I'm curious. I gotta go in. Where are they going?
So you want to follow some people next time you see them peel off and head down?
Yeah, I see them peel off, and you see me like just like I slowly just make my way over there. I'm just like sipping this champagne. It's amazing, and I'm trying to be quiet and just be casual, like nod to some people as I walk by, like do the mannerisms of the other women in the room, even though I look like shit. And then as the one goes in, I like as the door's closing, you just see me like slip in, like. So.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, there's a long concrete staircase that sort of winds down into the bedrock below the mansion. So it's several stories of kind of spiral stairs, and there's all this like hushed. Everybody has like adopted a whisper. Like you can hear people whispering to each other on the stairs. You can hear clicking of shoes as people descend this staircase, and there's a lot of like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen. Like kind of tension in the air. Everyone's all excited, and and you sneak along behind them. And come out into a room, and it looks like it's a big open kind of concrete area. There's no windows. You're in a basement, and it's lit by harsh like built-in lighting in the ceiling. And there's a big crowd, so you can't quite see what's going on, but people are like crowded around something, and you're at the back. And there's this kind of like a buzz in the room of like, oh, it's happening. It's starting, and everybody's kind of like getting excited.
And I walk up behind someone about my size, someone smaller, a woman, and I'm like, wait, what's going on? I can't see.
And she turns to look at you and like sees you, like at first she's like, huh, and then she sees you and she scowls and she just like turns away to not talk to you.
It's been a rough day, and I maybe drank I had a little too much fun today, and I was just. I discovered a lot. I don't know your name, but I asked you a question. So.
Yeah, and she turns again to look, and she's like, "Please don't talk to me." Turns around.
Damn.
Please, just answer.
Yeah, I mean, you can try to push through, but she's kind of grossed out by you and doesn't want to talk.
Fine. I'm just gonna push through her. I'm just gonna. You know what? Yeah, I don't need your help. It's fine. You know what? I found God today, so I'm gonna go. He'll save me. But for now, I need to know what's going on up here. Okay? Have you found God? You should probably find God. You look like someone that needs God.
Y'all need Jesus. Roll forceful to push your way to the front of the crowd. Oh, nice. Okay, so you're just like elbows, like pushing your way through, trying to get closer, and we get these quick cuts between like you getting jostled by people and like pushing them out of the way, and then we can see the crowd ahead of you getting thinner and thinner. There's a bright light ahead, and right before you push through the crowd, we cut over to Rex, and Rex, it's you, Thuja's behind you, and then your ex. In all her many-armed, blue-skinned glory, walks up, and it looks from the outside like she's just having like a conversation with you, but you can see like the anger in her eyes. You can see her mouth because she's got her little veil on.
It ended real bad. Like, to cut a long story short, Rex was taking a bounty on a guy named Mephisto.
Okay.
And he was of the same race as her. She's an Arachnar.
Okay.
And the planet he was on is Spinnerom. So he was
course.
there taking a job, and she was long gaming this guy. He just ate the dude, and she was pissed. And she divulged her long game, and she said, "You owe me. Now you have to like help me with a few jobs." And so they partnered up for a couple of odd jobs. And a small romance budded, and the first opportunity Rex got, he blew that joint real quick.
Was this before or after Thuja?
This was after Thuja.
Okay, all right. So did you ever talk about Thuja with this?
No.
Is Rex? No, Rex doesn't kiss and tell. All right.
No, Rex doesn't kiss and tell.
Okay, all right. So she pushes through the crowd to you and sees you, and yeah, her eyes are scowling at you, and she says quietly, "What are you doing here?"
Can a man be at a party, with other people without being questioned, interrogated?
You are no man, Rex. You are slime. Are you here to ruin my life again?
That is a slime. Rex points at Eugene.
Right, and we see Eugene like leaned on the counter, the two of them. Like,
yeah, with a possum.
And she says, she looks over at Eugene and back at you, and she says, "Well, then you finally made some friends that you deserve." And she looks back at the guy that she was talking to, and she says, "You better not be here to screw this up for me, Rex. Once is enough."
Oh, far from it for me to come between you and Tobbs over there. But, I'm not here for you. Okay?
And she says, she says to you, "You'd better stay away from me and not get in my way. I have powerful friends, Rex. It would not go well for you." And when she threatens you, Thuja pushes past you and like gets up in her face and like shoves her back and just like snarls at her, and she like staggers a little bit, and like the people closest to you are like, "Whoa, hold on, what's going on?" Like she bumps into somebody, and there's a little bit of a thing going there.
Rex kind of like immediately diffuse it with, "I'm sorry, I haven't introduced you. This is Thuja. She's an Agaran huntress.
Oh no.
And this is Masala, and she's nothing but trouble."
And Thuja says to Masala, she looks at her, stares her in the eye, and she's like, "I will kill you and wear your skin." and Masala just like blinks hard, like, "Whoa, what?" This escalated quickly.
At that, like, Rex kind of just like walks past her and puts one hand on her shoulder, and he's like, "Enjoy the pie." And then just kind of like mingles into the crowd, motioning for like Thuja to follow.
No, Thuja wants to beat this woman to death with her bear.
He lets it go down.
You're just gonna let it happen?
I'm just gonna let it go down. Yeah.
Okay. So you push past her, and Thuja, Thuja's like just punches her. She screams in terror, and then chaos breaks out until somebody like grabs one of the guards, like grabs Thuja and like drags her off of her. The other girl is like just like shouting like, get this crazy person off of me, what's going on? And Thuja is just screaming at her like I'll kill you, I'll eat your bones, like stay away from my man, basically. And do you want to try to slip away during this chaos from the two?
Rex is going to use this ensuing chaos to try to slip away and like find the way out to the second floor.
No. Because you hate to see two women fight, and you are compellingly heroic. I want to compel you to realize that walking away was the wrong decision and go back and try to make amends between these two women.
I refuse.
Damn it.
Okay. All right.
Rex ain't
maybe
Rex
describe
is
the
not
moment.
the smartest guy, but he ain't that fucking stupid. Right? He's out.
Damn.
Nice. Okay. So there is maybe a moment of like, maybe I should. Nah, fuck it.
Yeah. He's like, no, fuck it. Well, more trouble than it's worth.
Okay. All right. So I think the way that resolves is like Thuja ends up getting herself thrown out, and has sworn like a death oath against this woman, and the woman is terrified of you because you just turned your scary girlfriend on her. So she avoids you for the rest of the party as best she can, and tries to use it to like get her the guy she's trying to coax into giving her a bunch of money to like use it to draw him in a little more. Right?
Play the
like,
vulnerable
yes,
card.
I'm so helpless. Like, thank you for saving me. Yeah, even though he totally didn't. Cool. So yeah, there's a little bit of chaos. You're gonna try to slip away. So go ahead and do that.
Okay. Well, am I rolling anything?
Yeah, roll sneaky.
Sneaky. All right.
Ooh, okay. This isn't gonna cut it. What do you? What do you do?
I mean, let's use my aspect of daring outlaw to re-roll that stat. Rex. God, I don't know what to do. I don't even think it's worth re-rolling. I have such bad sneaky.
You are not good at being sneaky.
It is the worst thing. I mean, I guess I just brazenly walk up I'm not even sneaking. I'm just gonna brazenly go up the stairs.
Okay. All right. So both of them, both Thuja and Marcella, see you walk away, and they're just like, they know this whole thing is your fault, both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it happened, but like Thuja's outside fuming that you got her kicked out and you didn't help her beat this chick up, and Marcella's like, "What? You turned your crazy ex on me." They're both mad, but
yeah,
you get away, sort of. It's not going to go better than it did. Okay. All right. So, Eugene.
Yeah.
You've been slowly turning up the heat in this conversation between you and Nina here. We come back to you. What are you in the midst of saying when we return to that conversation?
So I'm slowly realizing that she's the sort of person who might just take like a crazy leap if I manage to get her there. So all of this goes down right near the front door. We hear this big ruckus, and I turn to her and I say, maybe we should go somewhere a bit more quiet.
Okay. All right. So what do you want to just get her out of the party and like somewhere more private so you can seal the deal, or what do you want if you succeed?
How about all of that happens, and I say, all of this ruckus, just being in here, you can't pretend that you're somewhere else. What do you say we go on the roof, look at the stars together?
So when you say that, you see her like nose wrinkle, and she kind of scowls, and she's like, you can see that like not landing. Because she's like, yeah, something like annoys her about the idea of like when you mentioned the roof. She's like, Probably because that's where the spaceship that
That's where the ship is.
Yeah. She doesn't want to look at that thing. She's not into that.
Right.
Yeah. And so she's just like kind of scowls and yeah. She's not disconnected from the whole flirtation, but
Right.
you got to make up some lost ground.
Right. Okay. I go, not. I just love talking to you. I could talk to you all night.
She says, do you have a car outside? We could go somewhere.
I don't, sadly.
She's like, the flirt meter's just going, it's dropping. Losing her. You're losing her. What are you going to do?
You're not good at this.
You're right. I'm not. It's so rare for somebody to want anything to do with a slime.
It's true. Yeah. You're like, how do you, I mean, you don't even, reproduction is not a thing that you
gotta ramp it up above talk. I love talking with you. That's not gonna cut it. Jesse knows. Turn it up. Turn the dial up.
I don't even have a face.
Well, that's the thing. You could be anybody she wants you to be.
That's true. Okay, then I just want to go with what I said before then. Just like maybe we can go be alone somewhere, and I like put some of my slime on her hand.
Yo, and it gets all up in her fur a little bit. Yeah.
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 Like we're already becoming one.
Yeah.
And she looks down, and you can see her thinking about like, maybe this is my opportunity to like at the very least get back at this horrible husband of hers who doesn't treat her right and didn't attend the first 12 kids' funerals because he was too busy. Why don't you? I mean, they have a lot of kids. They're just low survival rate. Why don't you make a roll? Why don't we see how this goes? So, to get the wife of your former mob boss employer whose spaceship you stole into somewhere private. Where you can ramp it up.
Right.
I think it's going to be difficulty. You are kind of a disgusting slime. Let's call it difficulty 4. And I think
I would argue that being a disgusting slime is advantageous because no one will believe Eugene, and she knows that.
If I was
kiss and tell is never gonna happen.
That's what invoking aspects is for. So let's call it difficulty 4. You're being sneaky. Go ahead and roll.
Sneaky. Okay.
Yeah.
3.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So you need to spend a fate point. If you can spend a fate point, it'll bump it over.
I'm gonna. Can I invoke less is more? Because, I'm
just you're just a small town slime.
Yeah.
With a big heart.
with a big heart who lost his ship saving children and got all caught up in this world of violence and just doesn't want to live that life anymore, Like I literally sound like a romance novel. Yeah.
Okay. That's totally fine. That makes sense. So you spend the point, bumps you up over the difficulty, and this is just, you've got 1 over, which means you succeed, but not necessarily with style. So if you want, I'll give you an option. If you want to spend another fate point, if you can invoke another aspect, if you succeed with style, you can tell me the room she takes you to. If you don't, I'll pick that, and it'll be better for me and less good for you if I get to pick. Otherwise, you can be like, oh, here's where she takes me.
I'm going to. I'll also invoke future richest slime in the galaxy because I know how to be smooth. I know how to be a smooth talker.
Yeah, well, and you're ambitious, baby, right? Like, you're not the smallest, crappiest slime in the world forever. Someday you could be a big deal. Okay, sure. Where does she take you? She's like, yes, I know just the place, and she takes you by the slime and leads you to where?
We're going to be in just like 1 floor down from the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere where we can still definitely all of these lights and things that are showing off the ship. We can see the glow from that, right? Like Even though it's kind of like a dark romantic place to go now, and we're just being crazy kids. Just what are we even doing?
Okay.
If we were to look out the window, like it's obvious where we are, and it's obvious that the ship is there.
Okay, so the ship is like right above you, and
Yes.
you could go like, okay. So she takes you to a room. It's like a study maybe or something, and it's set up. You walk in, you come in, and she takes you in. She doesn't turn the light on, but there's there's moonlight and the light from the security system kind of coming in. It's all very romantic, and there are easels set up kind of around the room, and like paint supplies. And you can see like several unfinished like landscape paintings, and she has this little like studio where she paints, and so she's brought you here to show you her paintings. So she drags you in and closes the door. It's like slides shut, and now you're alone in this moonlit room, surrounded by her art, the art of a frustrated woman whose husband doesn't love her and who only desperately wants to escape. Yeah, and so she turns, and now you're like, you're in this room, and it's silent. You can hear the party down below through the floor.
Right.
And she says to you, she's like, my husband will never bother us in here. He doesn't come in here much. And she like takes a little scamper, because she's a wombat. She like scampers towards you, and she's all like, she's real close to you. I have to remind people she's like a little furry marsupial, because you'll forget real quick.
I reach some slime up to touch her face, and I say, I don't know why. In here I feel closer to you, like I'm seeing parts of your soul.
She looks.
I want to compel you.
Me?
Damn, I was gonna compel her. All right, I want to see what you're. I've been doing compel research. All right, I
want to compel your. We're all connected because you also share this love of art. In particular, still life, and you, for some reason, you just really want to paint her in this moment.
So that's your angle. I mean, here's the other thing, Jesse. If you also have a compel, you can both throw them out there, and then you can take whichever one you like better. Dodger. I also have an idea, but I don't need to compel you for it.
You see Jesse, these easels, and you see her little fucking wombat fluffy body, and you just want to paint that bitch.
Gotcha.
I want to compel that you are a disgusting coward. And in this moment of intimacy, you realize that, holy crap, I'm a slime. There's absolutely no way that I can please this woman. What am I doing? Oh my god, I'm in over my head. I need to get out of here immediately.
Yeah. So is it slime panic attack or sudden erotic expression of artistic endeavor? Or neither? You could say no and lose your fate point.
Jesse, why are you just constantly doing compels that fuck up our mission?
That's
my question.
fun.
No, it's real fun.
Yeah.
God, they're both funny.
You could do both and make that your plan. You're such a coward. You're like, instead, I'll just paint you. And then like tell her.
That's what I was actually thinking. I'm committed to this plan. I'm gonna paint that bitch.
Okay. All right. So what do you say? So this is your Rex gives you the point. And yeah, what's the next move, right? She's like, my husband never comes in here.
Right.
We won't be bothered.
I'm slime on her face, and I'm like,
it's the way you do this.
Just I slime on her face.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I feel like looking around, I see so many beautiful parts of you, that this is where you feel like you can truly be yourself. And in this moment, will you let me paint you?
And so here's what happens. She reaches over with her tiny paw, and she picks up a paintbrush, and she looks you in your slime, and she says, "Let's do it together." And she erotically dips the paintbrush into you.
Oh my god!
So that you can paint a portrait of her with your own slimy body.
I want to compel again.
No!
Happening to me and I feel violent.
I want to compel that with her paintbrush. She goops it in you and like swirls up a bunch and like pulls it out and sticks it on an easel. And it is enough that we are all connected activates, and it's considered one of you is now the complete part of this paint.
I accept because I was going to do that anyway.
Great.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, she dips the paintbrush into me, and the part of slime that sticks to the paintbrush comes off, and just starts shouting a number or a letter.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Roll the number. Let's see the noise, the satisfied
Please
noise
be
of this
O.
tiny block.
Please be O.
15. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q. Literally the second it leaves my body.
Right. Well, no. What's great though is that as we can fade to black on this scene, but like as more of you is pasted onto the easel, the chorus of sighs in various letters.
Oh my god, they all harmonize.
Right? Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh god, it's just so beautiful. Man, I've never felt closer to another living thing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful scene.
Exactly what I
You're-
want from Pleasure Planet.
She takes you apart.
Exactly
She takes
what
you
I
apart
want.
and puts you back together again. So that happens. We fade to
No,
and to end the episode, I think we cut back to Aurora downstairs. And Aurora, we can hear like as you push through the crowd, the sounds of the crowd kind of fade out in the soundtrack, and these other noises start to come up. You hear like rasping and like grunting. You hear these kind of like noises of two creatures. You can hear chains rattling. And people like whispering excitedly for whatever's about to happen. And as you push through the crowd, you can see that there's a circle. There's a moat that's been kind of like cut into the floor. And it drops a little ways. And then there's a platform in the middle of this sort of moat. And on the platform, chained to either end of the platform, we see two lizard men chained at the neck. And there are goons on either side with cattle prods like poking them and whipping them up into a frenzy. And the crowd is all like getting riled up, waiting, like getting ready for them to fight. And this is what you see
Oh
as
my god, I was right. He's gonna. Oh,
You're probably not going to be asleep anymore, are you, bitch?
Oh, the last scene before I cut to black is my eye opening. And that's it.
You hear the cries of distressed, in pain lizard men, and your eyes just go. Boom.
That's it. Cut to black.
Oh man.
Beautiful, perfect. And then we cut to the end of the episode. So that's that.
What
That's
an
how we.
That's
how we do.
an episode.
That we do Nebula Jam style.
Holy shit.
I will
Now-
say before
Technology, Eugene.
shoutouts, I will say this: of all of the role-playing games, of all of the shows that I have ever done, this is the one where I most feel like I can just throw random things out and you pick them up and run with them. I'm really happy with not feeling like, is this too much? This can be too much. Is this too weird? I don't feel that anymore. It's
I
beautiful.
felt like this is the episode where we did the most compels of each other too.
Yeah, y'all are getting real good at it. I'm excited. Cool. All right. Well, let's do some shout outs. Let's start with the slime of the hour. Dodger, you want to start us off?
Hi, everybody. Another fantastic episode of Nebula Jazz. Nothing weird happened, but I guess there's always next week. I'm Dodger. I would love it if you would come and hang out and watch me. I stream, I do YouTube, do gaming and anime stuff, and we have a fun time. So come hang out and definitely come back for another episode of Nebula Jazz because it can only get weirder from here.
That's very true. That is very, very true. Yes. Cool. Jesse.
Me? Hi, everybody. Man, this is a fun way to spend a Saturday, and I enjoy it tremendously. I am equally as everywhere as Dodger, and if you want to go see my stuff, it's all on the screen right now, and you can do that. And there's stuff there to do and see, and hopefully enjoy, and keep going back. And I'll see you next Saturday. It's gonna be great.
Excellent. Next Saturday is Next Saturday is the live Swan Song. So there
Never
will be a
mind.
roleplay show, but the week
I will
after
not
that.
see you. Oh no, I'll see you, but like you won't see me.
Yes.
Wink.
Yeah, definitely worth tuning in, but it won't be Nebula Jazz. Different sci-fi altogether. Sam, why don't you go? Why don't you go next?
Hi guys, my name's Sam. I go by Strippin. You can find me every day around noon PST, roughly. All I do is play For Honor now. That's it. So, no, I'm kidding, but I am playing a lot of For Honor. So feel free to come and check me out. We play a lot of video games, and hit me up on Twitter @Strippin.
Fantastic. Poor innocent android girl. You're doing a good job. I like how your character. People were talking about this in chat. I like how you're pretending like there's all this stuff that your character doesn't know, but every time you mention something, we know that you know about that thing. Pokket.
Yeah.
Good work.
I'm like one of the perviest people, I think, in my stream, and it is sometimes really hard to go, I don't know what this is. It is role play. I'm playing the opposite, I think, of every character I've made so far, which were completely in tune with everything pervy. So
fantastic. Give us some shout outs, Pokket.
Okay, my name's Pokket, and I too stream, and here's all the information. I think it's on this side, but
Got it.
yeah, I've been playing through Zeldas. I'm on Ocarina of Time, and I'll be playing Majora's Mask next. I've never played it, and I'll be playing Breath of the Wild. So that's what I've been doing because I love Zelda a lot. I tried For Honor. I'm terrible at it, so I tried. I'm sorry. I'm not playing that every day. I can't compete with Sam.
We can't all be gods. It's fine.
Yeah, but I found God. I found God today, so that's good.
True.
I'm right here.
So modest, Sam. So very modest. Well, thanks for making it weird, team. And audience, thanks for coming and hanging out and watching everything get strange. I look forward to how we can ramp it up next time. You can find me when I'm not here doing this at twitch.tv/Adam Koebel or on Twitter @SkinnyGhost. I play a lot of role-playing games, so if you follow me on either of those things, you get to see me do that. The next time we will see each other will be Tuesday for Court of Swords. And I think we're going to try to get our next guest's character creation video up and running this week too. So if you're not already, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/roleplay, and you can watch all kinds of videos like that, one of which we are going to go and record right now. So come on back for Court of Swords, and then we'll see you next week for Roleplay Live Swan Song. So thanks for coming, everybody. We'll see you next time for more Nebula Jazz.
Bye-bye.
Bye.